My tempo training block has started and today is my long run. Going out for a 9-mile run at an endurance pace, so at a perceived effort of a 5 to 6, and I'm just doing an out and back near my house. How long are your long runs right now? Put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I am 1 mile in, and my goal for this run today is just to run the entire run. You hear those geese? There they go. Like I said, my goal is just to run the entire run. So I gotta find a pace that I can just keep up for the entire 9-mile run. And I have my watch, but I don't even really look at it. It'll buzz at me when I hit them, the mile marks. But other than that, I don't look at it. It's just all based upon perceived effort. I am 3 miles in, and to be honest with you, this run is sucking ass. Man, I don't know what's going on with me. Yesterday, I did feel a little off. Like I was fine, but I just didn't feel 100% normal. I'm like, am I getting sick? I got up this morning, I felt fine. But I'm just 3 miles in, and I'm just like, no matter what pace I run at, perceived effort of a 5, I feel like I'm just like, I can't catch my breath. So I keep slowing down and slowing down. Like I said, I don't look at my watch for my pace. But I'm like, what the heck? But I guess I'm too stubborn to let it stop me. Because not every run that you ever go on is going to be perfect. You're going to have crappy runs. And this just could be one of them today. But I'm still going to get 4.5 miles out so I can get my 9 miles in. I might be walking more than I should, but I'm going to get it done. Struggle bus. Damn. 4.5 miles. Always got Pikes Peak to look at. And some power lines, but Pikes Peak's always looming out there. Like I said, I'm not one to give up. And I gotta be hurting pretty bad to quit a run. I think I've only pulled myself from a race once. That's a pain in the butt, literally. Like, just to the point where I couldn't move anymore. I was like, I'm done. Another other time I quit something, Chipotle challenge, I was dehydrated pretty bad from eating a bunch of salty Chipotle food. That's another story for another day. But I'm pretty determined to get these runs done. Seven miles in. You guys, I'm almost wondering if I gotta take a shit. Funny story about how my channel got its name. The link is here. Watch that. I think I'll be able to make it back to the house before we have any major issues, but man, my stomach. All right, guys, I made it back in time. No 12-minute mile today. Whew, that was a close one. That was rough. And that happens. When you're out on your run, something goes wrong, you don't feel good. I mean, sometimes you got to quit, but I encourage you just to push through it unless it's like, you know, emergency, life-threatening. Don't push through that. But if it's just your gut going bad or whatever's going on, see if you can push through it. I trained for the Chipotle challenge, or I used the Chipotle challenge to train for ultras. So let me tell you the quick version of the Chipotle challenge. I didn't make it up. Jamil and Skylar did. They did it several years ago with Air Viper running. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. Most people are like, that's not fun, Ravi. The challenge is we start at a Chipotle on the north end of Colorado Springs. And you start at 11. You got to eat a burrito. And there's requirements for the burrito. You eat your burrito. Once you finish the last bite, you can leave. And then you run 5 miles south to the next Chipotle, and you got to eat an order of tacos. So you eat your order of tacos, and then you'd run another 7 miles to downtown Colorado Springs, and you got to eat another burrito. And when you take the last bite of the burrito and you swallow it, challenge done. I've completed it once, and I did it when it was cooler. I think it was like in April or something like that. Because the first time I did it was in August, and it was hot out. And I got dehydrated. Chipotle food was really salty. And even though I was pacing myself, like I made it to the second Chipotle, had the tacos, and then in between that one and the last one, I was just laying on the ground like, I'm cooked, I'm done. So there you go. That's the Chipotle challenge. If you ever do it or think I want to do it, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, see what your results were. And I'm not even sure if Jamil and Skylar ever finished it. They probably did. Those guys are crazy too. So, all right, well, that's all I got for you today. I'll see you tomorrow.